Hey, welcome to the conversation that's as diverse as the dogs that we adore. This is Gun Dogs and Guard Dogs, ultimate podcast dedicated to talking sense about dogs with Les Graham and Ross McCarthy. They work with all breeds of dog, but one specialises in gun dogs and the other prefers guard dogs. No flashy trends or social media hype here, just tried and true knowledge that stands the test of time. They bring you valuable insights and honest conversations about the social predator you share your home with. So here we go. About 45 minutes of gun dogs, guard dogs, good dogs, some maybe not so good dogs, and a dash of gossip.
Good afternoon.
Hello. I'm really quiet after that little interview now.
I know no, it's fascinating. So we've just been talking to Julie Shelton from Appledown Dog Rescue, about a little bit about the work she does in rescue and also the huge mess that dogs are in at the moment. So we're all a bit somber, aren't we, really?
Yeah, it was very sobering. It was a very sobering interview and really quite heart-wrenching. And I mean, I could feel myself getting quite emotional at one point, you know, and I think I said my chest went really tight just at the thought of what people are doing and the thought of it happening to my dogs, you know. Very sobering and very depressing, but also quite uplifting what they're doing for dogs in this shitty world that we live in at the minute.
It is really depressing, and it's really depressing. We had a little conversation that wasn't on the podcast just about, you know, the real arse end of people, really, that these rescues have to deal with. And I just find how people continue. I mean, obviously, Julie and her team, they do it for the love of dogs, because if they don't do it and people like them don't do it, there's no hope, is there? But the impact that it must have on their mental health, dealing with these people and seeing the dogs that they see. And I think a lot of people, I mean, I'm fortunate that I've spent a bit of time at Appledown with Julie, and some of the dogs that you see when they arrive, I don't think people could even imagine, unless you see, you know, the physical. I was there, a German Shepherd had it been tied up, it's found tied up, had been attacked by other dogs or another dog, whatever, either prior to it being tied up or whilst whatever, and had injury to its ear and was all infected with maggots, all right down into its ear.
Oh my God.
Obviously stank. And these dogs can't, that's not a one-off. Do you know, it just happened, I was there and saw it. And it happens all the time, and dogs come in and the staff see these things, they deal with them, they put them in the car, they take them to the vet, they have to treat. It's just really, yeah, they just do an amazing job.
That's horrific, isn't it? And I mean, it's just this whole lack of accountability for dog owners. You know, it's all very well bringing in this law and that law and this knee-jerk reaction and that knee-jerk reaction, but unless they're going to make people like be accountable for their actions, then will things change?
No, and I think you hit the nail on, because I put it out there. What are there any answers to this mess? And I think you hit the nail on the head where you sort of said responsible people will be responsible people, and those that are not responsible won't. And, you know, if laws aren't enforced, microchipping laws aren't enforced, you know, breeding licenses or breeding laws aren't enforced, then actually where is there to go with that?
Yeah. Yes, it was a very sobering conversation, and really for me, I found it quite interesting in relation to the different breeds that we've now got in the country. And people are concerned about XL bullies. There's actually other breeds then that are worse and can do a lot more damage than the XL bully, but it's not. There's no awareness, no responsibility, no.
It's
quite shocking.
It is shocking. The whole thing's shocking. The things that people do to their animals, the way they're treated, the way that, you know, now they're just a commodity. You know, buy a dog during lockdown for the kids. Now we can go out for dinner again and get rid of this nuisance thing.
Or
And
leave it locked up in a shed, or tie it up and leave it, or just
and the
kick it
fascinating
around.
the fascinating thing for me is that, people take their dogs in to Julie, and she's only at the minute, as you'll hear on the podcast, she's only taking in dogs from the local authority, not hand-ins from the general public because there's no space. But people are just rocking up with their own dog saying, I've just found this, dog. So she has to take the dog in. So, yeah, very difficult job. So if anybody's got any spare cash or spare
Yes.
or whatever.
Choose that look like animals. So stuffed cow hooves, ears, deer hides, any kind of animal thing, and they want to donate them to Appledown Rescue, then they will be gratefully received by the dogs and the owner and the rescue girls.
And so will money.
And so will money. Money's always good.
Money's always good. I know everybody's a bit strapped right now, aren't they? But anything helps. They're completely funded by donations. So they've got nearly 90 dogs in right now. So yeah, every penny counts, doesn't it?
It does. And in the past, I haven't done it with Appledown, but I will. But in the past, I have went on Amazon and just done a direct delivery of stuff that different rescues need. And it makes it easier. You don't have to worry about posting or getting it to them or anything. You can just do it.
Or just do a bank transfer.
Or just do a bank transfer if you're Mr. McCarthy.
Right, let's go.
On that note,
people listen to Julie Shelton.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. It's not just gun dogs and not just guard dogs, but all things canine, as we hope you have discovered. Please like, share and subscribe and help us spread a bit of common sense back into dog ownership. And a review wouldn't go amiss either. Catch up with Lez and Ross again in about 14 days for more canine conversations. Until next time, stay well and enjoy your dogs. Any dog-related questions or topics, just drop an email to talk@cfba.uk or message us via facebook.com/Gun Dogs and Guard Dogs podcast.